Hello, everybody. Yes, it is. It's time for GKR, the Summer Split 2023. It's the 5th week. Rich, what happened to the 4th week? The 4th week was rescheduled. So we're on the 5th week. 5th week, day 1, Nightcrow versus Shock Calalas. Oh, yes. Shock Calalas, you might know them as the team that gets almost everybody who's anybody on the squad. Sub, Ruben, Wallace, LordSeb, Rainbow, Mohamed Light. Up against Nightcrow, which is bringing some heat. With Higher, Eason, 1-2, Panda, maybe Kisara, maybe Jasper. First set, our 3v3 best of ones. So 1-2 will take on Ruben. Panda will go up against Sub. And then, if necessary, we'll have Rainbow versus Eason. And look at these bans. They basically banned all the Evos, except for Barbs and Skeletons. Oh no, wait, they banned Evo Barbs. Are we to see Evo Skellies all day? RG, banned. Mortar, banned. Firecracker, banned. Firecracker Evo, banned, just to really nail it down. And Barbs Evo banned. So, Evo Skellies, all day, every day. No NATO? No Mortar. Is there a Hog deck that might rock without EQ? Might we see someone, you know what? I'm going to bet right now. Someone from Nightcrow plays 2.6. I'm making that bet right now. And I think it's a good bet. And if we had a Las Vegas sports book, I'd take that bet right now. Do I think you should play 2.6? Absolutely not. Do I think they might? Yeah, I think they might. AW Short CR saying, bro, I can't even see any decks without these cards. Graveyard. Minor Poison. Loon. Some people saying Hog Lightning. Hog Poison. Folks, I just don't know. You know what I do know? Is that I'm happy to be here with you. And that I'm weirdly off-center. Why is my camera weirdly off? Anyone notice that I'm like, really center should be like here? This is where center should be. But my whole situation is, you know what? I can solve this. Watch this. Nope, that made it worse. Hold on. Whoa, that made it much worse. That almost fixed it. Then my camera decided to not fix it. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Hey! Shah! Right down the middle. What will happen in Higher versus Momo? Will it happen? That's the other question. Who knows? Let's get into our first game here, though. Ruben versus 1-2. Rich, can you try camera on card slots in vertical? What does that even mean? Oh, you mean like if I'm doing vertical, put the camera where the decks are? I don't know. You may or may not be doing more vertical. You might be doing a vertical workaround where horizontal is still the primary, but there's a vertical option. That might be what happens. So, Evo Skellies. I had a feeling. GYs are going to be, but there's no elixir for it. Nice little kite to get the Phoenix away at least. And wall breakers do connect. Musky low, minor tanking high. Lead will be for Ruben to kick things off. Is 1-2 running Prince here as well? We'll find out. Well timed with the snowball on the muskie, and just a little pressure play on the right-hand side. Forcing out the arrows. That's going to be interesting because Ruben's going to want to use, I guess he has snowball too, so maybe not. I think that it's going to be very hard for 1-2 to get a lot of good damage anywhere here. Because snowball or arrows should be pretty readily available, and now graveyard in. So running Zap as the final spell, or as the final card here. And even with goblins and bats, graveyard still does a whole lot of damage. Misses one wall breaker. 1-2 getting some damage out of it. And using the Mega Knight to just put pressure in deep, but it's the miner doing the real work. 1287 top right-hand side to 1024 bottom left-hand side. And those arrows, just clean it up. And Ruben's been doing a good job of getting solid counter pushes. But this is going to leave open a pretty nasty bit of pressure. He's going to have to defend a lot on this left-hand side, but yeah, look at that. Opening up the tanked bats and then wall breakers to the right-hand side. Left it a little bit loose, did 1-2, so the Skelly King able to clean up and really kind of play double lane defense. Mega Knight has been the MVP so far for 1-2. That or maybe the wall breakers. But Mega Knight doing a lot of work on defense here. And I like that play from 1-2 to go with the miner, although it's not going to defend the graveyard as well. It did not get evaporated, disappeared by the snowball. But 1-2 has a lot of ground to make up and probably not going to make it up at all. Good little arrows, snowball to punctuate it, and Ruben takes game number 1. Well done, Ruben. Next up will be Panda versus Sub. So game 1 to shot Calalas. Sub can end it here against Panda. We'll see if that's what happens. Panda, an 8.7K personal best on Legacy Ladder. Not really making that much of a push for CRL. Ranked 178th right now with 95 points. Panda has really only gone and done some work in the Swiss, but not found a way to break through quite yet. Most of Panda's competitive experience in the Star Championship, where he's found some success. Made it into the open qualifiers and then has had a few top 3 finishes. This is not Panda's first run through GKR. Played with Kicks Academy back in 2022 and earlier in the same year with Andromeda Esports. Sub, of course, is really solid young Brazilian player. I don't know what his Legacy Ladder best is because, oh, it was 84. It was 8.4. There you go. 8.4K Legacy Ladder best. Best finished on ranked 64th, but has 4 top 100 finishes on Path of Legends. Currently 50th overall on our CRL leaderboard after making it to the round robin stage one time. 190 points. Has had a better go of the Swiss bracket than his opponent. And Sub also has played in GKR in the past. In the spring season, played with Shock 13. They performed very well. And then in the summer of last year, also part of Shock Calalas. Most of his team experience has been a part of this squad. Here we go into... Oh. Okay. What the heck just happened? I guess something happened. I guess Panda didn't show. But forget all the talk I just did. Here comes Higher Mohamed Light. Here we go. Higher versus Mohamed Light in a duel. Okay. Well, there you have it. All that preamble, all that setup. And we're just going to go to Higher versus Mohamed Light. Do I need to introduce these two players? Do I need to tell you about these? Mohamed Light, he's the defending world champion. That's a thing you should know about him. Higher is a multiple-time CRL world finalist. And there you have it. That's pretty much all the things you need to know about these two guys. There you go. CRL world finalist in 2019 and in 2020 with WEDGM, and then also as a solo player in 2021. So Higher can ball. Higher can ball. Gaming with Stick saying Mo will easily defeat Higher. And I've gotten word that our second match of the day is a forfeit loss for French SWAT because they didn't turn in their roster. So it's possible that this is the single shortest stream we've ever done. It's possible that we just play this next upcoming match, this best of 3, and then we're finished. So this is a thing that might be happening. Yo, this has been unique. It is hard that it is 10 a.m. our time, and the current time in Hong Kong, and a lot of players are from Hong Kong. Hong Kong time. And right now in Hong Kong, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's not that bad. For a gamer? For a gamer. For a gamer? And let's see, And Panda is from Hong Kong, so yeah, I was right. I don't know. Mo will bring Drill Firecracker. Chris, it's 10 p.m. Yeah, what happened to Panda? Mo plays from Pugins, right? How's he in Shot Calalas? Because they're the same organization. They're the same org. Here we go. Mohamed Light, Higher. Duel mode, best of 3. Let's get it. Interesting thing to note here. Both these players have been to an equal number of World Finals. No, that's wrong, actually. Higher has been to more World Finals. Higher is a 3-time World Finalist. 2019, 2020, 2021. Mohamed Light, 21, 22, and he will be a World Finalist in 23. And Higher getting aggro early with the RG right at the bridge, directly into a Firecracker and Monk that were ready to go. A raged up Firecracker and Monk, courtesy of the Lumberjack. And now it's a Firecracker Ram Rider counter with a Monk right in the middle, and the Ram Rider connects. That opening sequence could have gone a number of different ways, and it went about as poorly as it could for Higher. Not really sure about the RG at the bridge in that situation. We see this Ram Rider deck getting a little more popularity. Now, one interesting thing about this Ram Rider deck is that while it doesn't run Tornado, which has such nice synergy with the Firecracker, it does still give you a lot of good Firecracker, Evo Firecracker damage opportunities because of the way you have to defend the Ram Rider. These bridge spam pushes do end up lining things up nicely. We'll see if Higher can battle back into this one. Remember, it is Royal Giant. It can change things very quickly. But for the moment, it's Mohamed Light way out in front. And Mo content to just get some evil firecracker chip on the right-hand side. Lumberjack in front. And the firecracker does not, thought it might turn around, get involved in the bridge fight on the left-hand side. Doesn't do that. But of course, back to another firecracker is the Pharaoh. 2-1 split to the right-hand side with the Zappies. Fireball value continues to be a problem as Higher gives easy calls to Mohamed Light to get fireball damage on the left-hand tower. Higher would love to be able to get Zappies involved in this fight, but you see right there the problem. But this is an opening, potentially, but Higher not enough elixir to take advantage of it. Mohamed Light still ahead both on damage and elixir, but now with that about 2 elixir lead, chooses to sit and just give it away. Interesting. Maybe feeling, hey, I'm so far ahead, I would rather just make good defensive calls than try to pressure anymore, since I'm nearly 2,000 HP ahead of my opponent. The patience of a veteran exhibited by our defending world champion. And the fireball value is just still there. It's still just killing Higher in these matchups. And Higher has really had no answer for the Inferno Dragons. Notice he hasn't had a chance, and here we go. As soon as the Ram Rider comes out to the right, Higher goes with the RG to the left. Monk, not going to be too effective as it gets pulled out. And this Royal Giant doing some good damage. Mo forced to spend the fireball on defense. I don't know if this will be enough to put this game into contention. And again, it's just, how do you break past this Inferno Dragon when the fireball can consistently take care of your Zappies? Does Higher have the juice to go Evo RG one more time into whatever lane is open? He's going to go into the Inferno Dragon Ram Rider lane. I really thought he might go into the other lane because of the opportunity being open with no Inferno Dragon there. Instead, he goes into the same lane as the Inferno Dragon Ram Rider. And that just ain't it. Mohamed Light makes short work of Higher in game number 1. I mean, I don't know how much worse that matchup situation can be. That was rough. So that's game number 1. Keep in mind, these are duels. They are not in-game duels. So they are able to make more intricate adjustments. And now Mohamed Light still has Tornado open, has Miner open, has Hog open. Lots of things available. I don't think we're going to see Mo run RG. We could. I don't think so, though. And still waiting to see. They might take a little longer here because they are obviously going to take some time to build decks rather than just use the in-game system. Hey, Rich, do we have a Nations League for Clash Royale as a video game sport? We have had in the past. Here we go. Game number 2. That Ram Rider deck doesn't really cannibalize much else. You know, you have the Firecracker, which kind of nerfs Hog. Maybe it's some. Maybe he goes Lava Barbs here. Really messes with Higher. I think no matter what, we might see an air-based deck. It might be Loon. Zap is an interesting choice here for Mohamed. and higher with the Dark Prince and Snowball to open. Might be Miner Loon with the Zap. Lava Miner. I had a feeling he was going to the skies. It just seemed like it was the call, given what he'd used so far. And GY Barbs for higher. Mo's not going to go NATO Firecracker, as one person suggests, because he already played Firecracker. This is dual mode. Remember, Mo played Firecracker alongside Lumberjack, Goblin's Monk, Barb Barrel, Fireball. Higher playing the Skelly King variation of Royal Giant. Arrows for both players here. So it's Lumberloon Miner with Arrows Zap. Interesting. The Snowball, Arrows, and Ice Whiz along the Inferno Dragon as well. This is going to be really interesting. It's going to be hard. I'm trying to figure out what Mo's plan is going to be for making significant damage. But what we are seeing here is the benefits of having regular duels rather than in-game duels. In-game duels reduce deck variety so much because you have to pre-plan 4 decks. You have to plan kind of for everything. But regular duels, you can see the variety we're seeing just here. Evolved Barbarians, the plan for both. And Mo has to miner in the back to pick up the Dark Prince here. And a good job by Higher just to disrupt the Barbs, and this Inferno Dragon will have nice protection here. It will get zapped to get reset, most likely. Ice Whiz working on the right-hand side with the Dark Prince as protection. And the very late, very low Furnace try to stop this balloon. Snowball to help. That loon is going to connect them. Will get 1 drop, maybe 2, and it gets 2. Plus the zap, doesn't quite get the 3rd, but really phenomenal sequence for Mohamed Light. And he has blown this one wide open. And trying to protect the Furnace with the Dark Prince. Higher does not get the read right. Instead, the Miner goes to the back. And now Higher's going to just try to eat this damage and then see if he can fly on. Ice Whiz comes out to try to slow the drops, but Higher just a little out of sorts. This Graveyard Push is critical. This Graveyard Push might be the only real opportunity that he has to do anything. Arrows in trying to predict something. The zap for the cleanup. Evo Barbs get on tower. Good damage, but is that too little too late? The 394 remaining on the left-hand side. He has not shown any ability to stop these balloons. And with that as being a problem, Arrows in, Miner cycled to nothing to pick it up. Snowball now out of cycle, and this is going to be a huge problem as I believe Mo can finish this off in a heartbeat. Arrows in. All it will take is the Snowball, but the damage on the right-hand side too, and Mohamed Light easy does it. 2-0. And that is a very short match in favor of Shot Calalas. And that's also the shockingly short stream that we're having today, as French SWAT did not even submit a roster, and so they get the automatic forfeit loss to Higher Gaming. So Higher Gaming gets their win 2-0, and Shot Calalas gets a technically 4-0, but realistically a 3-0 win over Nightcrow, as Nightcrow lost their first game, and then second game was well, a little bit of nothing. So there you have it. Tomorrow we're back with, not that, tomorrow back with this, Electro Dragon against 40K. That will be a very fun one. And then add MINCHIAM against Colbert Esport. That will be our tomorrow gameplays. Folks, I planned to be here for 2 hours, and it's been 24 minutes, I think. Not what I intended for today's stream, but, you know, they, I guess when a whole team gets DQ'd for it's an auto loss, it kind of shortens the stream, and then you're up against Calalas, and they quickly win in 4 games. And that's that. So for those of you asking, Queso Cup will be back on Thursday. Is that right? Thursday the 27th? Is that how dates work? Is Thursday the 27th? I think that's right. We'll be back with Queso Cup Thursday the 27th, and then I am passing Queso Cup along to somebody else. Not sure who that's going to be quite yet, but somebody else will be taking over Queso Cup from that point forward. And there's more GKR, more GKR tomorrow, and then CRL stuff, and I have some more things coming this way as well. So sorry for the really short stream, folks. It was short but sweet and really fun, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow for hopefully a full 90-minute, 2-hour event as we watch these 2 matches happen. All right. Well, as always, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. All right, back to the other screen.